Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Vikings and the Barons, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds.
And many people are having difficulty pegging exactly what they believe Cam Newton is at this point in his career. For me, when I see certain days and he's right, he can still be an accurate passer, can still get the ball downfield. And his running ability, especially inside the 10, still makes him a difficult quarterback to prepare for.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second and 11 now. Newton swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to lead to a third down. Back to throw, Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So first and 10 now from the 30. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Newton to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
Another run on second down with Carter. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 1st down, it's Carter, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. And we got an injury here. And I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Newton. Complete. Smith has it. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Cook fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Newton. And this one complete to Smith. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Newton. In trouble, and he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Here's Chris Jones now, standing just outside his own goal line. .36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carter. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson, he's got Njoku, his big tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Wilson. The quick slant caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Carter. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Michael Carter taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Barons have taken a 1st quarter lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here we go.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. On second down, it's Cook again. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Newton now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Anthony Jennings leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front. And that creates the gap there. And he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. Returnable for Thomas.
Let's go! Let's go!
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On the give is Nwangu. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. That's taken in by Smith-Marset. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Minnesota.
There's certainly a lot of quality receivers on this team, so he's no lock to make this squad. But the way he's got to do it, make every routine catch that comes his way, and mix in some of the big-time ones like the one we just saw there.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 2. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Our eyes shift now to the Vikings defense. And they've created a major first-half storyline with the pressure they've been able to create.
And I know that the good teams adjust from series to series. They make their adjustments on the sideline before they go back out. In this case, I think they might need a little bit more time. They want to get to the half and start figuring out how do they change protections. How do they get the ball in the hands of the passer a lot quicker, make sure he doesn't get hit as often? All those different things. Maybe even run the ball a little bit more. Anything to try and tamp down the pressure.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Goldberg. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Goldberg. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Under pressure, they got him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Minnesota. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Goldberg. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Back to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
DJ Waddle,
his 2nd sack of the night. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it 6, maybe 7, but now they're left with 4th down and goal. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show them you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And this one is right through.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew.
He'll find Smith-Marset complete.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Minshew. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. On the draw, it's Nwangu.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Minshew.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Minshew sets to throw. Wheaton with a catch right side. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, he might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side.
7 yards to pick up there.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Goldberg. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they bring out their punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Out of the gun is Minshew. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, on the other side, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
We got this.
And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew.
That's complete to Smith-Marset.
That catch good for only a couple.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Chris Jones now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Goldberg. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Minshew, 1st and 10.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 38. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And here again comes Gardner Minshew.
And he's probably wondering, how do I get that mojo back from the first half that he seems to have lost a little bit here in the third quarter?
And every guy has his whisperer on the team. You know, that one guy who can say things to him that other people can't. Right now, he's looking for that guy to kind of, hey, we're good. We're good. One interception. Just get it back. Get back to being who you are. And this team will be okay.
Yeah, because they led at halftime, trailing now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. On 3rd down, Goldberg. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Goldberg. And this is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And they give this time to the tailback. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Goldberg. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it. but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
They'll go right back to the Wangu.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They'll run with the Wangu.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down, Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here's Chris Jones now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
On 1st and 10, Goldberg. He's got Njoku over the middle. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Goldberg.
He's got this one completed to Mims.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is indeed good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. With the football going back to the Vikings offense.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Jabari Zuniga.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Now it's Nwangu.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. "37 yards on the punt with no return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone, and that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. Goldberg. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing on first down. Goldberg. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Off play action. Goldberg. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Back to throw. Goldberg. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Minshew. Wheaton's got it. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Nwangu. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. David Njoku and the rest of the offense heading back out onto the field. All right, Charles Davis, what do we make of these numbers and what's happened to the big tight end here?
Well, I think a lot of times we talk so much about adjustments and what you're going to do at halftime that maybe we miss what actually goes on, because the sense is that, oh, they go in at the half, they just change everything. That's not really true. A Super Bowl winning quarterback out of New York always used to say, you've worked all week on a game plan. There's a reason you have it. Just either play it better or make subtle tweaks to it. Otherwise, there's no sense even going into a ball game. A lot of times that's what they do. Just find a little subtle thing, one little change, and maybe it can make things a little bit better.
Looking to throw. Goldberg. Hard throw, incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's taken in by Smith-Marset. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Minshew brought in by Wheaton. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Back to throw again.
He'll find Smith-Marsette complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Minshew. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. It'll be Minshew again. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's Minshew. And this is going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hands it off out of the gun.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Goldberg. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Minshew sets to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
From the gun, Minshew to throw. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Room to run past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now Minshew. Looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Minshew. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll power his way up near the 25. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.